Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to crochet this super adorable Miffy wearing overalls and little accessories on their head. The finished plushie is a regular size if you use with the same size of yarn that I use. So they are also suitable to be used as keychains if you wear big bags like totes or something. I also think they will make very cute display or your emotional support plush in your room or on your desk. Without further ado, let's get started. These are the materials you're gonna need. These are the crochet abbreviations. Now we're gonna start making the hands. You have to start with the magic ring. For the round one, make 8 single crochet into the magic ring. When you are finished making 8 single crochet, pull the yarn tightly. And this is the end of round 1. You can mark the last stitch with a stitch marker if you want. For the round 2, first you have to start with 3 single crochet. Insert your hook into the very first stitch, make 1 single crochet, and in the next 2 stitches, make 1 single crochet each. After 3 single crochet in the next stitch, make 1 increase. And we are gonna repeat that again. Make 3 single crochet again. After 3 single crochet in the last stitch, make 1 increase. So this is the end of round 2. For the round 3, which is very simple, you just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch. There will be 10 single crochet in this round. Make 1 single crochet into the last stitch. And now we are finished making round 3. So starting from round 4 up to round 8, they are the same as round 3. You just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. There will be 10 single crochet in each round. So make 5 more rounds up to round 8. This is how it looks like after round 8. Count the rounds to check if you have 8 rounds. You can cut the yarn from the magic ring. You don't need to stop the hands. Now what we are gonna do is we will crochet into the opposite stitches together with single crochet. Insert your hook into opposite stitches together at the same time like this and make 1 single crochet. This way we're gonna close the hand. Go back to the last stitch and then insert your hook into the next stitch and then insert your hook into the opposite stitch just like this and then make 1 single crochet. Just like that, go into the next stitch, insert into the opposite stitch and make 1 single crochet. You have to do that until the end and you will get 4 single crochet from closing the hand. When you are finished, you can cut the yarn. So this is how the hand looks like. Make another hand just like this one. Now we're gonna do the legs. You have to start with the magic ring and for the round one, make 8 single crochet again into the magic ring. After 8 single crochet, pull the yarn tightly and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. For the round 2, you have to make an increase into every stitch. So make an increase into every stitch in the round and there will be a total of 16 single crochet in round 2. Make an increase into the last stitch that you marked with a stitch marker. And now we have finished round 2. For the round 3, which is very easy, you just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 16 single crochet in round 3. Now we're gonna make round 4. For the round 4, first you have to start with 4 single crochet. Make 1 single crochet into each stitch until you get 4. After 4 single crochet, using the next 2 stitches, we're gonna do a decrease. Insert into the front loop only of next 2 stitches, like this, and make the decrease. Just like that, we're gonna make 3 more decreases. After a total of 4 decreases, there will be 4 stitches left on the round. Make 1 single crochet into each stitch. So that's 4 single crochet after 4 decreases. Now we have finished making round 4. We're gonna make round 5, which is also similar to round 4. First, you have to start with 4 single crochet again. After 4 single crochet, this time you only need to do 2 decreases. Do 2 decreases. After 2 decreases, there will be 4 stitches left, just like last time. Make 1 single crochet into each stitch. So you will get 4 single crochet after 2 decreases. So this is the end of round 5. Round 6 is very simple. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 10 single crochet in round 6. Now we have finished round 6. And after round 6, we're gonna make 3 more single crochet. Make 1 single crochet into each stitch until you get 3. After 3 single crochet, you can now cut the yarn. So we just did 3 more single crochet after the last stitch of round 6. The reason why we do this is we are preparing for the legs to join. So when we join the legs, we want the legs to be in the correct position. Now you have to make another leg just like this one by repeating round 1 to 6, including the last 3 more single crochet. But after the second leg, do not cut the yarn. Stuff the legs nice and tight after making them. Now I finished making the second leg, and we are ready to join the 2 legs. Before joining, we're gonna mark a stitch on the first leg. Remove the stitch marker. We'll mark a new point. We will start counting from the stitch where we cut the yarn. This is the first, and then second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Into that 6th stitch, you have to mark with a stitch marker because this is a stitch where we are gonna start joining. And starting from this joining round, the rounds are reset and we will start counting again from round 1 to make things more simple. Go back to the second leg and make chain 1 like this. And then go back to that stitch that we marked earlier on the first leg. And you have to make 1 single crochet into that stitch. So this is the first stitch of our round 1. Mark the stitch with a stitch marker. And after that, you just have to make 1 single crochet into all the stitches on the first leg. Carry that yarn tail by placing it over your hook. When you have finished making a total of 10 single crochet on the first leg, we will reach back to that chain place that we did. We make chain 1 to connect the 2 legs. So onto that chain, we are only gonna use the upper loop like this. Into that upper loop, we are gonna make 1 single crochet. So inside your hook, just like I showed you earlier, into the upper loop and make 1 single crochet. After that, we have reached back to the second leg. Onto the second leg, you just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch, so you will also get 10 single crochet from the second leg. After 10 single crochet on the second leg, you will reach back to that chain place again. Now you have to insert into the lower loop of the chain like this, and then make 1 single crochet. So this is the end of our joining round, round 1, and there will be 22 single crochet in total. So this is how it looks like, and if you haven't stuffed the legs, stuff them now nice and tight. To start a new round, round 2, I'm gonna move the stitch marker into the last stitch, because this is how I usually do. I usually mark the last stitch of the round. For the round 2, you have to start with making 10 single crochet. Just make 1 single crochet into each stitch until you get 10. After 10 single crochet, you have to make an increase. After that, you have to repeat that again. Make 10 single crochet. After 10 single crochet, we have reached to the last stitch. Into the last stitch, make an increase. Now we are finished making round 2. You can cut the yarns that you carried. For the round 3, first you have to make 5 single crochet by making 1 single crochet into each stitch. After 5 single crochet in the next stitch, you have to make an increase. So this is a little sequence we are repeating in this round. Start with 5 single crochet again, and after that make 1 increase in the next stitch, and you have to repeat this little sequence for a total of 4 more times all the way until the end. This is how it looks like after round 3. Now we're gonna do round 4, which is very simple. You just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. So there will be 28 single crochet in round 4. After round 4, stuff the legs and the body nice and tight. So starting from round 5 to round 8, they are the same as round 4. Just like in the pattern above, you just make one single crochet into each stitch. So you have to make up to round 8. This is how it looks like after round 8. Now we're gonna do round 9. For the round 9, first you have to start with 5 single crochet. After 5 single crochet, we're gonna make a decrease by using the front loops only of the next 2 stitches. And then we're gonna repeat this again. Repeat this sequence. Start with 5 single crochet again. And after that, make 1 decrease. So you have to repeat this sequence for a total of 2 more times until the end. Now we're doing the last decrease of round 9. There must be 24 single crochet in round 9. In the next round, round 10, we're gonna join the hands, so get the hands ready. To start round 10, first you have to make 4 single crochet. After 4 single crochet, we're gonna join the first hand. Take one of the hands, and the way we're gonna join is that we're gonna position the hand and the body together like this, and then insert your hook into the stitch from the hand and then into the body like this, and then make 1 single crochet. This is how we are gonna join. So just like I explained earlier, take the hand and then insert your hook into the last stitch of the hand, and then insert into the next stitch in the body like this, and then make 1 single crochet. After that, go into the next stitch on the hand, bury the yarn tail under your stitches, and then into the next stitch on the body, make 1 single crochet. So this is how we are doing. Insert into the next stitch onto the hand, and then into the body, and make 1 single crochet. Insert into the last stitch on the hand, and then into the next stitch on the body, and make 1 single crochet. So just like that, we join the hand and the body together. Now we're gonna do 8 single crochet onto the body. You can keep carrying that yarn tail for 2 to 3 stitches onto the body, and after that you can just leave that yarn. After making 8 single crochet onto the body, we're gonna join the second hand exactly the way we did with the first hand. Now I finished joining both hands. After that, there will be 4 stitches left onto the body. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch. This is how it looks like after round 10. Stuff the body nice and tight. Now we're gonna make round 11. For round 11, first you have to start with 2 single crochet. After 2 single crochet, make 1 decrease. And we're gonna start again with 2 single crochet, and after that 1 decrease. So this is a sequence we're repeating in this round. We have to repeat this little sequence for a total of 6 times. This is how it looks like after round 11, and starting from round 12 to the end, we're making the hat. You don't need to cut the yarn, we'll just continue. I just want you to know that we are making the hat part. For the round 12, you have to make an increase into all the stitches. So you have to make a total of 18 increases. This is how it looks like after round 12. Now we're gonna do round 13. For round 13, first you have to start with 8 single crochet. After doing 8 single crochet in the next stitch, you have to make an increase. After the increase, we're gonna start the sequence again with 8 single crochet. After 8 single crochet, make 1 increase again in the next stitch. And you have to repeat the little sequence, 8 single crochet, 1 increase for 2 more times. This is how it looks like after round 13. Now we're gonna do round 14, which is very simple. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 40 single crochet in this round. This is how it looks like after round 14, and starting from round 15 to round 21, they are very simple, like round 14. Just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 40 single crochet in each round. This is how it looks like after round 21. Now we're gonna do round 22. You have to start with 3 single crochet. After 3 single crochet, make 1 decrease by using the next 2 stitches. And after that, we're gonna start again with 3 single crochet. And after that, make 1 decrease. This is the sequence we're repeating for round 22. 3 single crochet, 1 decrease. Repeat that for a total of 8 times. This is how it looks like after round 22. Now we're gonna do round 23. First, you have to start with 1 single crochet. After that, make 1 decrease by using the next 2 stitches. And after that, make 1 single crochet to complete the sequence. And we're gonna start again with 1 single crochet. After that, 1 decrease. And after that, 1 single crochet. This is a sequence we're repeating for this round. You have to repeat for a total of 8 times as well. Stuff the head really nice and tight after round 23. And we're gonna start round 24. First, you have to start with 1 single crochet. And after that, make 1 decrease. And then we're gonna start this sequence again with 1 single crochet. And after that, 1 decrease. So this is the sequence of this round. 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. You have to repeat this for a total of 8 times as well. Now we're doing the last round of the body. For the last round, you have to make a total of 8 decreases. When you are finished, stuff the hat more, really nice and tight. When you are finished, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail. Now we're gonna close this leftover hole. Using a darning needle, we're gonna insert the needle into the front loop only of the leftover stitches, but from behind like this. Into the front loop only from behind. Insert into front loop only, and we will do that into all the remaining 8 stitches. When you are finished, pull the yarn really tightly inside the needle back into the center and then into the head and pull the yarn tightly again. Inside the needle into a few other places in the head to secure the yarn, and after that you can cut the yarn. Now we are finished making the body. So this is the last piece we need for the body, ears. Start with the magic ring, and for the round one, you have to make a single crochet into the magic ring. When you're finished, pull the yarn really tightly and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. For the next round, make one single crochet first, and then into the next stitch, make one increase. And we will start again with one single crochet in the next stitch and one increase in the next stitch. You have to repeat that sequence for a total of 4 times for this round 2. This is how it looks like after round 2. Now we're gonna do round 3. Actually, starting from round 3 to round 9, they are very simple. You just make one single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 12 single crochet in each round. So you have to make a total of 9 rounds. So make 7 more rounds up to round 9. This is how it looks like after round 9. You have to stuff the ears nice and tight. After stuffing, cut the yarn leaving a long tail because we're gonna sew them onto the head. We're gonna embroider the eyes on round 17 with 7 single crochet apart between 2 eyes. So I'm gonna mark that place with the pins first. To embroider the eyes, I used 3 strands of black yarn. For the mouth, I used 2 strands of black yarn and embroidered them 1 row down the eyes in the middle. When you are finished embroidering, bring the yarn tails together into the same place like this, so that they can be tied, cut, and then hide the knot inside. So now we can see our Miffy came to life. Now we're gonna do the overalls. This time you have to start with a slip knot. After making a slip knot, make 29 chains. After making the chains, wrap it around the body to see if it fits the body of your plushie. Some people might have larger or smaller dolls, so if it happens, you can add 2 more chains if it's bigger or less 2 chains if it's smaller. Okay, you can do the increase and decrease by the even number, +2, +4, -2, -4. You can adjust it according to the size. For the row 1, start from the second chain from the hook and make 1 single crochet. And then into the next chain, make 1 single crochet again. Just like that, you have to do 1 single crochet into each chain all the way until the end, and you're gonna get 28 single crochet from row 1 if you did 29 chains. You're gonna get, different number of single crochet if you did your chains differently. So after row 1, what we're gonna do is we're gonna join this round. So to do that, go back to the very first stitch of this row 1, insert your hook like this, and make a slip stitch. So just like that, we just made a joined round. After joining, I'm gonna put it onto the body of my plushie and see if it fits. You might also want to do that so that you can see and make adjustments if necessary. For me, since it fits well, I'm not gonna change, I'm just gonna continue like this. So for the next round, round 2, to start round 2, make chain 1, and we're gonna start again from that very first stitch that we just did the slip stitch earlier, and then make 1 single crochet. After that, into the next stitch, make 1 single crochet. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way until the end, and you're gonna get 28 single crochet. At the end, just like we did earlier, we're gonna join this round 2 and make 1 slip stitch into the very first stitch of this round 2. So this is how it looks like after round 2, and we're gonna make another round 3, which is exactly the same as round 2. Make 1 single crochet into every stitch, and at the end, join with the slip stitch. Just like the pattern above, slip stitch and chain 1 are not included in our total stitch count. This is how it looks like after round 3, and now we're gonna do the first trouser. So the rounds are reset, and we're gonna start counting from the round 1 again. For the round 1, you have to do 14 single crochet, which is exactly the half of the total stitch count. So if you did 30 single crochet, you have to do 15 single crochet here. So now I finished making 14 single crochet, and now we're gonna divide this round. So to do that, we're gonna make 4 chains. Make 4 chains, and then go back to the very first stitch of the round. Like this, turn your piece, and go back to the very first stitch of the round, and make a slip stitch into that stitch. So now we just did the first round of our first trouser, and this is how it looks like. And for the next rounds, we're just gonna continue by making 1 single crochet into each stitch. So for the round 2, chain 1 and make 1 single crochet into the very first stitch again, and then in 1 single crochet into each next stitch, and you will get 14 single crochet from this until you reach back to that chain place. When you reach back to that chain place, insert your hook into the upper loop of the chain like this. We're only gonna use the upper loop and make 1 single crochet into each chain. So this way you're gonna get 4 single crochet from the chains. When you're finished, make 1 slip stitch into the first stitch to join the round. So for round 2, you're gonna get a total of 18 single crochet. For the next rounds, round 3 and round 4, they are very simple. You just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, join with a slip stitch at the end. To start every new round, start with chain 1. So make up to round 4. This is how it looks like after round 4, and this is how the trouser looks on my plushie. The length is perfect, so I'm not gonna add more rows. If you want to, you can obviously add more rows. For me, I'm gonna cut the end and work on the second trouser. For the second trouser, you have to start from the stitch which is next to the slip stitch. Insert your hook into that stitch. Bring the new yarn by placing it on top of the crochet hook like this. Bring the yarn and make chain 1 first. Insert your hook into the same stitch again and make 1 single crochet. This is the very first stitch of the round. And after that, we have reached back to that chain place. In that chain 4 place, we're gonna use the back loop only this time. Insert your hook into the back loop only like this, and make 1 single crochet into each chain. So we're gonna get 4 single crochet again from that chain place. Also, don't forget to carry that yarn tail by placing it over your hook. Now you have reached back to that single crochet. So they're very simple. You just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and you will get 13 single crochet from this. So for the total, you're gonna get 18 single crochet again for round 1. At the end, we're gonna make a slip stitch into the very first stitch to join the round. So this is how the round 1 of the second trouser looks like. For the next rounds, round 2 to round 4, they are very simple. Just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 18 single crochet in each round. Now I've finished making both trousers, so we're gonna cut the yarn, and we're gonna put it on our plushie. Now we're gonna find 6 middle stitches to do the bib. The way I like to do is that I'm gonna go straight by the line between 2 trousers, like this, and then insert into that stitch at the top, like this. We're gonna mark that place with a stitch marker. After marking with a stitch marker, I'm gonna count 2 stitches right to that stitch marker. So this is the 2 stitches to the right, and this will be my starting place to crochet the bib. We're crocheting the bib directly onto that chains that we started out the trouser with. and this is how I find the starting point. We're gonna bring the yarn and then make chain 1, insert your hook into that same stitch again, and then make 1 single crochet. After that, go into the next chain and make 1 single crochet again. So we're gonna do that until we have 6 single crochet. So we are doing the 6 single crochet onto that chains that we started with. So for the middle 6 stitches, you can find them any way you like by putting the trouser on first. So the way I showed earlier is how I find the middle 6 stitches. You can do any way you like. Now I finished making 6 stitches, and this is how it looks like. To start another row, we're gonna make chain 1, turn our piece, and then just make 1 single crochet into each chain, each stitch. For the next row, row 3 as well, chain 1, turn your piece, and make 1 single crochet into each stitch. So this is how it looks like after row 3 of the bib. After that, you can cut the yarn. What we're gonna do now is that we're gonna crochet along the 3 sides of the bib that we just did, and while doing so, we are also gonna add the straps. We're gonna start from the bottom of the very first row that we did, which is this place. We're gonna insert our hook like this, and then bring the yarn. Make chain 1 first. Insert your hook into that same place again and make 1 single crochet. After that, go into the second row of the bib and make 1 single crochet. Don't forget to carry those yarn tails. And then go into the last row and make 1 single crochet. And now we're gonna add the first strap. To do that, we're gonna make 17 chains. After making 17 chains, start from the second chain from the hook and make 1 single crochet into each chain all the way until the end, back to the bib. So you're gonna get 16 single crochet from the chains. After 16 single crochet, we'll continue crocheting on the bib. So make 1 single crochet into each stitch of the last row of the bib, and you're gonna get 6 single crochet from this. Now we're gonna add the second strap just like we did the first one. 17 chains and then 16 single crochet. Now I have finished adding 2 straps, and then we're gonna continue onto the left side. Make 1 single crochet into each row of the left side, and you're gonna get 3 single crochet from this. When you're finished, you can cut the yarn. Now we just finished making our tiny little overalls, which is so cute. Now we're gonna do the tomato headband. Start with a slip knot using the red yarn. And you have to make 18 chains. After 18 chains, for the very first row, you have to start from the third chain from the hook. So for the headband, you have to use half double crochets. Make 1 half double crochet into the third chain from the hook, and into the next chain, make 1 half double crochet. Just like that, make 1 half double crochet into each chain all the way until the end, and you're gonna get 16 half double crochet from this row. For the row 2, make 2 chains, turn your piece like this, and just make 1 half double crochet into each stitch. You're gonna get 16 half double crochet again from row 2. After row 2, do not cut the yarn, we're gonna continue on the sides. So you have to do 2 single crochet into each row of the row 1 and 2. So into the post of the half double crochets, you have to make 2 single crochet like this. After that, go into the next row and make 2 single crochet into there. So just like that, we made 4 single crochet, and after that, chain 1, turn your piece, and you have to make 2 decreases. After 2 decreases, chain 1, turn your piece again, and then make 1 decrease. After that, chain 1 and cut the yarn, leaving a long tail. So we're doing this to make it look like a headband and also to add a strap. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Make 2 single crochet into each row, and for the first row, you're gonna get 4 single crochet. After 4 single crochet, chain 1, turn your piece, make 2 decreases just like we did before. Chain 1, turn your piece, and then make 1 decrease. After that, chain 1 and cut the yarn, leaving a long tail. Now we're gonna do the leaf using the green yarn. You have to start with the magic ring. After doing the magic ring, make 3 chains. And you have to start from the second chain from the hook. Into the second chain from the hook, make a slip stitch. And then into the next chain, you have to do 1 single crochet. After that, make a slip stitch into the magic ring. So this is the first tiny leaf. And then you have to repeat that again, make 3 chains. Into the second chain from the hook, make a slip stitch, and then into the last chain, make 1 single crochet. After that, make a slip stitch into the magic ring. You have to repeat that for a total of 5 times. After repeating for 5 times, pull the yarn tightly, and then you can cut the yarn, leaving a long tail. Now we're going to do the headphones. You have to start with the magic ring. And for the round one, you have to do 7 single crochet into the magic ring. As you might notice from the pattern above, we're going to use the joint rounds for the headphones. At the end, pull the yarn tightly, and we're going to connect by using a slip stitch. Insert your hook into the very first stitch of the round and make a slip stitch to connect. To start a new round, you have to make chain 1 and then start from that same stitch again. For the round 2, you have to make a total of 7 increases. So you have to do an increase into all the stitches. You can mark the very first stitch with a stitch marker if you want. When you are finished, connect with the slip stitch just like we did before. To start a new round, make chain 1. For the round 3, we are going to use the back loops only of every stitch. So insert your hook into the back loop only and make 1 single crochet. Do the same into the next stitch, insert into the back loop only and make 1 single crochet. Just like that, we're going to do 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 14 single crochet in this round 3. Connect with the slip stitch at the end, and then we're going to cut the yarn. Now you have to make another piece just like this one, but this time do not cut the yarn after the second piece. Now I have finished making the second piece, and then to connect with the first piece, you have to make 15 chains. Now I have finished making 15 chains. Be careful to not twist the chains. Bring the first piece and insert into any stitch that you like on the first piece, and then make a slip stitch. After that, go into the next stitch on the first piece and make a slip stitch. So now we have connected with the first piece, so we're gonna come back to the second piece through the chains by making a slip stitch onto the chains. So we're gonna insert into the upper loop of the chains that we did like this, and then make a slip stitch. Go into the next chain into the upper loop like this, and then make a slip stitch. So just like that, you have to make 1 slip stitch into each chain until you reach back to the second piece. After making slip stitches across the chain, you have to do the final slip stitch on the second piece. Go into the next stitch and make a slip stitch in there. After that, you can cut the yarn leaving a long tail. Now it's time to weave in the ends of the pieces that we did. I'm gonna leave that yarn like this because it's long enough to sew the overalls and the body together. If yours is quite short, you can just weave in the ends and you can use a separate yarn to sew the overalls together with the body. Now we're gonna sew the ears onto the hat. For the ears, we're gonna sew them on the second half of the hat. We're gonna leave out a little space in front of the ears on the hat because we're gonna wear the headphone or the tomato headband. You can measure the headband or the headphone first like that and leave out the space and adjust the place where you're gonna sew the ears. After sewing the ears, bring the yarn tails into the same place like this. Tie them together for like twice and then cut the yarn and hide the knot inside. To sew the headphone onto the hat, I'm gonna use the remaining yarn tail from each circle piece. Just like before, if they are quite short, you can just weave in the ends and then use a separate yarn to sew the headphone. Position the headphones first like this, mark them with a pin on the head, and the way we sew the headphone is exactly the same as we sew the ears. Since I've shown you earlier, I'm not gonna show you again, but they are exactly the same as we did with the ears. And for the headphone, I did not sew all the way around the circle. I only sewed the lower part of each circle part. I think it's enough. Now we're gonna sew the tomato headband. For the tomato headband, we are sewing it so that it stays on its place, so that it doesn't fall off. So we will not sew every stitch of the headband with the head together. We will only sew like 3 places. We're not gonna use that remaining yarn tail. We will use a separate yarn tail to sew the headband. So I'm gonna sew like this, the end of the right side, and then I'll go into the middle, and then I'll go to another side and sew at the end. Here, be careful to not pull that yarn really tight. You have to be very gentle with it so that it doesn't shrink and deform the shape of that headband. When you're finished sewing, hide the knot inside the head just like we did before. We're gonna sew the tomato leaf at the top of the headband. We're gonna tie the 2 yarn ends at the bottom of the head and into a ribbon shape. Cut the remaining yarn tail, and this is how we sew the tomato headband. So this is the end of our tutorial. Thank you so much for being here today. And if you want to make this as a Christmas present for someone, I hope you have enough time for this. Anyway, you can find the written pattern for this tutorial on my website. Please don't forget to check it out. And we will see each other again in the next tutorial. Bye bye and happy crocheting!